Hello, students. I hope you are all doing well. Today, we will going to discuss the questions and answers of the previous questions which was asked in the last chemistry subject, 12th May. So, I hope you will get the all answers. And the first question is that name the ions furnished by bases in solution and an acid. So this is very easy question when you start the chapter and you can find the definitions of acids and bases. So you easily get the answer that bases in solution. When we know that from litmus paper we just provide an idea about whether a substance is acid or base, but this is a chemically known method by which we put the acid or bases in a solution and they give some ions. So bases give hydronium ions OH minus. Okay, so this give OH minus and an acid gives H ion. So this is a simple one question and you can write that accordingly. Now next question is write the definition of acids and bases according to Arrhenius concepts with examples. So you can find easily on your book, and the answer is like that. An acid is a chemical compound which on dissolution in water furnishes hydronium ions H3O plus as the only positively ions. Okay, so acid whenever dissolves in water it gives or furnish hydronium ions, and its examples are uh, HCl hydrochloric acid and H2O it gives hydronium ion and chloride ion, you can see here. Okay, so all these acids whether it is HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, CH3COH, okay, all these four are give the hydronium ions. So you can say that these all four are acids with examples: hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid and acetic acid, and these three are very strong acids called. Okay, now next question will be coming in which we clear the why these are called strong acids. So you can see here that HCl, HNO3 and H2SO4 are the strong acid, and strongest one HCl, first one. And a note also given on your book that hydronium ion or hydrated hydrogen ion, that is H3O plus, exists independently in solution and is responsible for acid strength of given acid. So this hydronium ion is responsible for giving the strength to the acid. That means more number of hydronium ion, more the capacity of acid to be strong. So we will discuss in later. So now we move to the bases. First definition of bases: a base is a chemical compound which react with hydronium ions furnished by an acid to form a salt and water. Okay, so you can see that a base is a chemical compound which reactive with hydronium ions. Okay, so bases are oxides of hydroxides of metals. The hydroxide of ammonia, ammonium hydroxide also act as a base. Okay, so hydroxide, or you can say that when we dissolve in it a solution it give hydroxide ions. This can be a definition of also. Okay, so some examples of these acids are here given. Okay, the reaction will be given here only. Okay, when HCl and NaOH will be combined they form a salt and water, NaCl and water. So you can see here that HCl, HCl and NaOH are acid and bases. This type of question also asked in exams, that when acid and bases are reactive with each other, what will be happen? So a salt and water will be formed. You have to write like this. Okay, so there are many examples and you can see from your books also that when an acid or a base react, then what compound will be becoming. Okay, or what salt will be become. And your next question is that how can you say that is some acid is strong or weak, and we take next question also because it same like that. How can you say that is some base is strong or weak? On which basis? You have to say that it is a strong acid or it is a weak acid. We can find out answer now. I hope you already find on your book that strong acid, the acid which dissociate almost completely. Okay, this is the main definition, that the acid which completely dissolve in water or completely dissociate into ions, into hydrogen ions, undergoes almost complete ionization in solution, thereby producing a high concentration of hydronium ion, is called a strong example of strong acids and hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. Okay, in solution they dissociate as follows. When we see the examples, hydrochloric acid when dissolved in water, it dissociate into hydronium ion and a chloride ion like this, and HNO3 like this, one hydronium ion produced by these two, and H2SO4 also like this. Now weak acids, the acids which dissociate only partially or in half amount in aqueous solution to produce a low concentration of hydronium ion, are called weak acids. Some examples are carbonic acid H2CO3, acetic acid CS3COH, oxalic acid H2C2O4, etc. This dissociates as follows. The examples are given here like that. Okay, a carbonic acid example we take H2CO3 plus 2H2O. They formed a two hydronium ion and carbonate ion. Okay, like this. Now, if you talk about strong bases, the bases which dissociates almost completely, that is undergoes almost complete ionization in aqueous solution, thereby producing a high concentration of OH ions. Okay, so their concentration will be high, are called strong base. Examples of strong bases are KOH and NOH. Okay, so NOH dissolves Na plus and OH minus in aqueous solution. So you can see here hydroxy ion is produced. Okay, so this hydroxyl ion will be denoted by OH minus. Now we move to the weak bases. The bases which dissociate only partially in aqueous solution to produce a low concentration of OH minus ions are called weak bases. Okay, their concentration also low. That's why they are weak bases, because when they are not completely dissolved in water, you can easily understand that how they can be become strong. Okay, when the ions are not completely dissolved in water, they will be remain weak. So NH4OH is dissolved like this, but it is a weak base. And your next question is, what do you understand by monobasic, dibasic, and tribasic acids? So before going to this answer, you have to know the basicity of an acid. Then you will be divide these acids into monobasic, dibasic, or tribasic. So first we will understand that what is the basicity of an acid. The basicity of an acid is defined as the number of hydronium ion or the number of hydrogen ions uh, per by one molecule of acid in aqueous solution. Okay, so the basicity of an ion is defined as the number of hydronium ions. You have to know that number of hydronium ions or the number of hydrogen ions furnished by one molecule of an acid in an aqueous solution. Okay, and now we go to the example and you will be easily understand that. One molecule of hydrochloric acid furnishes one H ion or one hydrogen ion in solution. You can see here, when this HCl is dissociated in water, H ion plus Cl ion is formed. Then it react with water and it forms one hydronium ion. You can see here that full equation will be written as HCl plus H2O, and it is formed H3O plus and Cl minus. Okay, so this is the sign for the reversible reaction. You already know that this reaction will be working simultaneously. Okay, so therefore the basicity of HCl is 1 because it produces one hydronium ion. Okay, number of the hydronium ion is 1, So that's why the basicity of HCl also 1. So you have to understand that it is to be noted that the basicity of an acid does not depend upon the number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, not depend on number of hydrogen atom. As you can see here, the example of acetic acid, here the number of hydrogen atom is 3, but its basicity is only 1 because it produces only one number of hydronium ion. Okay, it actually depends upon the number of hydrogen atoms which get ionized in solution to H3O plus ion. Okay, the number of hydrogen ion which will be converted into hydronium ion is actually represent the basicity of an acid. Such H atom are ionizable hydrogen atom. For example, a molecule of acetic acid contains four hydrogen atoms, but only one gets ionized in a solution. Therefore, one molecule of acetic acid furnishes only one H3O plus ion in solution, and its basicity is regarded as equal to 1. CH3COH plus H2O, it forms H3O plus CH3CO minus. Okay, so you can see here that only one carbonium ion, only one hydronium ion will be formed. That's why it was called as the basicity of acetic acid is only one. So students, whenever you read the notes of from books, you have to clear in your mind the concepts easily. If you have any problem, you can ask. Okay, so next we will see on the basis of basicity. Now we move to the question hour and find the answer. Monobasic acid is what, dibasic is what, and tribasic is what? Monobasic acids, the acids which furnish only one hydronium ion per molecule in a solution, is called monobasic acid. It's simple that we already read the example of HCl, that it only gives one hydronium ion. That's why it is called mono, means one. One uh, mono means one. That's why it is called monobasic acids. Okay, some other examples are hydrogen fluoride. Okay, and hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen iodide, and acetic acid. Dibasic acid, the acids which furnish two hydronium ions or H ions per molecules in a solution are called dibasic acids. It means these acids are dissociate into two hydronium ions when dissolved in water. Okay, so you can see that dibasic ions in two steps we can see here. So you can see here that for example H2SO4 plus H2O, H3O plus HSO4. Okay, so we can see here when it dissolves in water, it gives one hydronium ion first and one uh, hydrogen sulfate ion. So you can see here that when it's again react with the hydrogen sulfate ion is reactive with H2O, it make another hydronium ion. So the number of hydronium ion is here 2. Ultimately in last when we see equation, it becomes 2 hydronium ions. Okay, dissociation you can see here for HCl also same like that. In first step you can see that HCl dissociate into H plus Cl, then it react with H plus H2O, it become one hydronium ion. And when H2SO4 is dissociate into H3O plus HSO4 minus, this sulfate ion is react with again with water, and it form again one hydronium ion and one sulfate ion. So you can see here that two hydronium ions are formed. That's why H2SO4, oxalic acid, and carbonic acids are known as dibasic acids. I hope you will be understand till here. If any confusion, then you give me ask. Okay. Now the tribasic acids, the acids which furnish three hydronium ion. Okay, as their name suggests, they gives it gives three hydronium ions per molecule in a solution called tribasic acids. So you can see here that tribasic acids analyze in three steps in the solution. Okay, for example, phosphoric acid H3PO4 is a basic acid. It analyzes in solution as follows. So you have to remember that monobasic acid will be ionized in one step, dibasic in two step, and tribasic acid ionized in three steps. So in first step, this phosphoric acid react with water and form one hydronium ion, and again this H2PO4 is reactive with hydrogen and it will form one more hydronium ion, and then it was react with again H2O and it formed third hydronium ion. So you can see in overall equation, when phosphoric acid is react with three molecules of H2O, it forms three hydronium ion, okay, and one phosphate ion. So that's why this acid is known as tribasic acid. So now I hope that you will be clear the concept of monobasic, dibasic and tribasic acids and what is mean by basicity of an acid. So there is one important note written on your book also, that S3PO3 is a dibasic acid, okay, because it furnishes only two proton on dissolution in water or hydronium ions. Okay, you can see here that it gives only two hydronium ions, that's why it is known as dibasic acids. Okay, and this question may be asked in exams also, so that's why it is important note that with these two mainly asked, because sometimes students will be confused that it is S3PO2, then it will be tribasic, but it is monobasic. Okay, monobasic acid because it furnishes only one hydronium ion, you can see here. So you have to know that S3PO3 is a dibasic acid and S3PO2 is a monobasic acid. So I hope you will understand the these questions. And last one questions you can easily find from your book, in which the different uh, substances which will be found in the acids, it will be written given on your book also. Okay, so I hope you will like that. We have to make shorter videos because you can understand easily, so you have to do more efforts from your side, because it's not actually class, because I have not take much more time in video because it will go very lengthy. So meet in the next session. Thank you, friend.